Good morning, people. My name is Dave Benton. I am the owner of the Tab Group. We are a small real estate company based out of North Central Phoenix, aka Uptown Phoenix, Arizona, and we specialize in residential sales, commercial sales, small commercial sales, commercial property management, residential property management, and both residential and commercial leasing, as well as investment advice and so on and so forth. Once again, my name is Dave Benton. I own the company, and this is a quick video on whether you should or whether you should not boost your credit score. And the answer is no, never do it. Never do it. And here is why. I was talking with a credit repair specialist that I've known for a while. Used to be a mortgage lender. Now all he does is repair credit for people. And I saw him last week, and I was like, "Hey, what's the deal with the boost? It's got to be bad, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's horrible." And he goes, "Here's why. What they are doing when they boost your credit score is they are taking expenses that normally aren't reported on your credit report, which are your utility expenses, things like your cell phone, things like your electric bill, things like your gas bill and your water bill, and your television bill and your Wi-Fi bill, and they're adding them to your credit report because those are bills that people typically pay on time. And by adding those on-time payments to your credit report, they're able to boost your credit score a whopping 10 points. I think the average they say is 13 points. In the commercials or the on-air ads or social media ads, they say up to 40. That's probably for people that are carrying huge amounts of expenses and paying them on time. But the average is 13 points, which really isn't that significant. Anywho, I'm going to show you how this affects your ability to buy a house real quick on the left here on my spreadsheet. So in this example, I have a buyer who makes $5,500 a month. That's $66,000 a year gross. Gross means prior to any withholdings on your paycheck. Okay, so that's the gross amount they make every year. In the lending world, you are allowed up to, and this is a maximum, 50% of your gross income. You're allowed that much debt a month. Okay, so what a lender will do is they will take your total debt that you have. They'll take 50% of your total income monthly. They'll subtract your debt, and whatever is left is what you have left to get approved. That payment, that amount, whatever that is, would be your monthly payment on a new home, and that's how they determine what the maximum amount you can afford for a home would be, if that makes sense, and I think it does. What do you think? Anyway, so in this example, this guy's got a $450 auto loan. I think that's a safe assumption. Most of the buyers I speak to have at least anywhere from like $400 to $600 a month car payment. Usually they have two, because they've bought their significant other a car because they have bad credit or something crazy like that. This guy's got two credit card payments. One's $150 minimum payment a month, and the other is $50 a month. So that's $200 a month in credit card, and there's a lingering student loan from tech school from 30 years ago that was deferred for 15 years, and now he finally is making payments on it. Anyway, point being, $925 a month. This is his regular debt. This is what anybody would have reported on their credit report. This is life. You do things, you buy things, you got these things reported. Okay, so real quick here, you take the $925, which is his current debt, you subtract it from 50% of his income, which is $2,750, and now he's got $1,825 a month left that he can have for debt, maximum. Okay, based on a little equation I did, rates right now are about, they're in the high threes, okay, high threes to 4. At 3.75% on an FHA, which is an entry-level loan, or entry-level mortgage, I should say, with a low down payment, 3.5% down, sometimes less. There's a mortgage insurance payment included in it. There's also, which is 0.85%. And you've got your taxes, which I equated at just under a point of the purchase price, and $100 a month in homeowner's insurance. Okay, this is pretty conservative numbers. Based on that, for every $100,000 of home you would buy today on an FHA loan, your payment is about $625. So for every $100,000 in a home, $625 a month. This is an easy way to back out what somebody can afford or what somebody can get approved for on a loan. I do this a lot with people when they're like, "Oh, here's my debt, blah, 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 and I want to buy a $500,000 house." And I do a little equation. I'm like, well, you can only afford $300, whatever. So what I did here is I took this amount, this allowable amount, which is $1,825. I back the 625 into it, and it spits out my number of what you could get approved for. Okay, so based on this person's debt at 925 a month, he can get approved, or she can get approved for $292,000 right now, max. Okay, based on a 50% debt to income ratio. Now, when this person goes and decides to boost their credit score 10 points, which does nothing, they're adding debt to their credit report, and now lenders are seeing this debt and including it in, actually, lenders of any type, not just mortgage lenders, auto loan lenders, whatever kind of borrowing you want to do, or this is now added to your credit report, so your debt to income ratio goes up. So now, on top of the $925 a month debt that was showing on their credit report, let's assume $150 electric bill. In Phoenix, that's low. An $80 Wi-Fi bill, I think that's pretty average. $80 water bill for a house, that's about right. Cell phones are $100 a month. And TV, $50 a month, that's conservative. That's $460 more a month in debt that the boost has given this person. Okay, so now their debt goes up $460 a month, which means which is now $1,385 where it was $925. So their allowable debt now is $1,365 based on my same equation of $625 per $100,000 of home. This person just went from a $292,000 property to a $218,000 property, which is a difference of $73,000 of buying power because they boosted their credit score 10 points. I think you get my point. You don't want to do it. It's adding debt to your credit report, which is not helping you. And the only reason they want you to boost your credit score is so all of those companies that pay them for the lead, which is your information and your credit report, so they can then sell you more debt, are paying. All you're doing is you're putting blood in the water, and the sharks are circling to get you into more debt and to sell you more crap that you probably don't need. So do yourself a favor, do me a favor, do your future children's children a favor, and don't boost your credit score. Okay? This is Dave Benton. I'm with the Tab Group. We don't just do real estate, we are real estate.